Sometimes I hate even touching the camera because YouTube be trying to play with me. Like, find somebody to play with. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I was live and then it cut me off. So I am back. Energy attachments. We've been having a lot of that. All right, today is October the 30th. 2024. I hope everybody is well. We're gonna do an energy check-in. I had to finish cooking and I had to eat real quick because literally haven't ate anything today. And I had bought some stuff, some herbal tea stuff to do like a nighttime detox. So why in the world I decided to cook a roast? You know how sometimes you keep meat in the freezer, and this is my week for me to eat meat. So I didn't want that roast to be in the freezer too long and then it get like freezer burnt because it been in there almost a month. So I was like, let me go ahead and cook this roast. I can have it for the next 3 days because y'all know Michaela only eats something one time and she may not eat it no more. So I'll be the one to kind of finish it up. If you want to see what it looked like and how it turned out, because your girl Vesta can cook. Y'all know I bake and cater. Um that is the Aquarius side of me. I put it in my shorts and I also put a link to my shorts in the community tab. Chop chop. Okay, let's see. Let's just see. I don't know why I grabbed this deck. We're just gonna see what come out. We are in the next couple of days going to do a Saturn Goes Direct video because that will be happening November the 5th. But we got to give Saturn a couple of days, about a week, for it to settle. So that will be, it goes direct November the 5th, right? But by the 15th, 16th, it will be back how it used to be. Okay, so it needs to have a little bit of time. I'm so tired. Y'all so fake. Not y'all. I'm talking about my leasing officer sending out an email. And y'all know I can't stand they ass. I'm sorry if I cussed it. But it just came across my screen. And they talking about calling all the trick-or-treaters. Y'all don't even fix these apartments over here. And you talking about calling all the trick-or-treaters. You a trick and you not a treat. Okay? Some of y'all may be telling somebody, you're a trick. You ain't even no treat. I don't mess with you no more. Okay, darn. Ooh. What else came out? Consciousness. That came out the other day, yo. Yeah. This looked like it can be the death card. Giving Scorpionic energy with the scythe. It looks like a scythe. Half of a scythe. I see the pyramid, the Egyptian pyramid, pharaoh in the background. But it has the number 4, ascension flame. Oh, Libra energy, liberation. A sense of greater purpose and high expectations. I know that the font on these cards are very small. So maybe you could see that. Liberation, a sense of greater purpose and higher expectation. An ascension. Okay, so we're going through, or a lot of us are going through an ascension. Yeah, we already knew that. We've been feeling it. We've been known that. Okay. But like the last reading that I did, it really talks about right, because we had, I believe, the Wheel of Fortune and the World card to come out. We're with Saturn going direct. It was kind of, it's time. Okay, it's time, not only globally, not only for us personally, each individual person. It's time to ascend. Now, of course, you know, or if you don't know, a lot of people have ascension problems. And if you just want to kind of break it down, ascension, let's just label it as growth. Okay. Um, and growth can be in many different aspects, spiritually, mindfulness, mindfully, which can be maybe career and education, um, growth period, as a person. Um, the change in your persona, the change in your personality, your demeanor also can be physically, your body mass, your body weight, fluctuation in your weight. That also can be, in the same category as your health or different category. Let's just say health. Growth in, how are you ready to ascend to work on or the growth of your health? What are you doing more for your health? A lot of people worry more about their love relationship than they do their health. So if you're wanting to date or thinking about marrying somebody or the next person you get with, however the case may be, ask them just a couple of simple questions. Because if you're planning to spend your life with them, if you're planning to date them and then it turns into a long term type of situation, ask them ahead of time. Say, hey, how often do you eat every day? What do you eat? Do you take any vitamins? You don't have to do it back to back to back to back. But in different conversations, ask them about their health. Ask them, like, do you work out? If they say no, say, have you ever thought about it? And they made me say, no, ain't nobody trying to work out this. I don't got time for it. So, number one, that's telling you about discipline, right? Now, I got discipline, but I don't have discipline for working out. Now, I have worked out, but I don't do it consistently. Just because I am a thin frame type of individual, health doesn't mean you're healthy because you're thin, right? Um, but asking a person about how they feel, what they think about health, what do they think about walking, running. I've met a couple of people actually lately. They're saying that they're training for a marathon. Do you know how much discipline that is? You know? Um, and this was like an older guy, right? And it's kind of like something that they're setting themselves up for, that's wanting to be positive or a positive agenda or goal in their life, right? Because completing a marathon is something that is self-obtained. You don't need anybody. Nobody is going to help you complete that task or that goal. So it all depends on you. hmm So just asking a person, because if they're telling you a lot of different things that they plan on not working on about their self, then it also can be a reflection on how they're going to be when it comes to relationships. Because if they're not willing to do better for their own health, then it's going to be a very much lack of discipline to try and even keep up dating you, getting to know you, taking this to another level, or even marriage in the future. Because who wants to marry somebody that really has no health goals? Because in the end, you may be the one that end up taking care of a sick person. But you gotta get what I'm saying. And it also goes vice versa. Because if this is what it speaks to me, Vesta, as eighth house, this is about a ending, okay? About like the bell ringing and a wake up call. hmm Now, like I said, we talked about mindfulness, so that can be mental health. That also could be physically. It also could be health wise. It also can be ending something and wanting to obtain a new goal, which can be switching jobs, taking on a new form of education, maybe a training class, taking up nursing, taking up, dentistry, cosmetology, taking on something new, added on to your journey. Okay. So you're leaving something. It's kind of like the old you going into the new you. And this is what, remember I told y'all mostly almost every video for the past 6 months. I've been talking about um, Saturn bringing that type of ascension energy, that the old you was done and that the new you has or now has to begin. And it don't matter what age you are. Okay. So consciousness, we got the number 7. So yes, self-awareness, personal realizations, and prejudice. Trying to see if you can see this. The font is on here is so little. Let me see. Okay, you can see it a little bit. Self-aware, or maybe it's just my view through looking at my phone. Okay, that is still little. Maybe it shows up larger on TV or however you see this. But it does say self-awareness, personal realizations, and prejudice. Let's actually get one more. This is also somebody, like I said, that maybe you were talking to at some point of time. They're having this conscious moment. And I think that is something that we went over in the last video. Um, don't have to be a lover or a spouse. It can be anybody that's around in your energy. But remember, the readings are, this is too many. It's two. The reading is a collective energy. So us as a collective, we're more into our consciousness. Remember the video before that, I talked about consciousness and subconsciousness. Um, and this is really giving a piggyback of that reading. Okay. Let's not say piggy. Let's just say it's reflecting that same video. Okay. I'm going to see what this is, but it kind of popped up in reverse. And okay, the video before last was more about the all zodiac signs with Mars being in Gemini, right? Mars energy. You see all that fire and lightning. And this is giving, you see the word fire. This is giving like a fire sign energy or Mars card for me. So for some of you, if you haven't seen it, go up under my live in my playlist. Just scroll over, go up under live, and then scroll down, and you'll see part 1, part 2 of all zodiac signs with Mars and Gemini. Okay, and listen out for your rising ascendant, your moon. If you know where Mars is and what house for you, listen to that zodiac sign reading that I did. Because your sun sign, it'll give you some information, but it's not going to tell you everything. Okay, you really need to listen to your moon sign, because your moon is your feelings and your emotions. And that's really what you or us that we deal with every day, which is the moon energy. Of course, the sun, which is our vitality, right? Which is our actual life, living, being alive. And the next thing after that is our feelings and our emotions. Then I will give the Mars energy, which is how we obtain, how we have success, how we go after things, the survival, okay, survival skills, our energy, whether it's coming through natural energy as Mars, or Mars can also be amped up through synthetic energy when it comes to energy drinks, allegedly, coffee, when it comes to supplements, stimulants, right? Also can be through exercise, right? I guess that's why they had me talking about exercising. So it is the Tibetan Fire serpent, seeking a higher truth, discernment, and a better path and authority. So hopefully you can see that. So that's pretty much what the all zodiac sign reading was talking about. Like I said, with that Mars energy being in each individual zodiac sign. And I kind of broke it down for each one because Mars is going to be in Gemini until December. Then it will go retrograde back to Cancer. Now, it will keep doing direct retrograde all the way up until next year. So it's not like it's going to be over. Okay. We're talking about it's going to keep doing that, going only back and forth between Gemini and Cancer. No other signs. Okay. And I believe historically that Mars have never done that before. If it has, it was hundreds of years ago, if not thousands. So that's an omen right there itself. The same as Saturn rarely goes retrograde. That's another omen. That's why a lot of things are happening right now. Because I believe, like I said before, the next time Saturn goes retrograde will be another 50 years. So add 50 years on top of your age right now. That will be your next world ascension. Okay. The world card in the tarot gives 10 years. So like I said earlier this year and last year, anytime you have a completion of the world card, it's time to move on and it's time to pick up and do something else. That can be anything, unfortunately, maybe friendships, platonic love, marriages. But some people, I'm not saying that people should divorce or separate, but there's some things that people do see and know that it's time to separate and leave, but they don't. They don't. And they add on another 10 year of karma to their journey where that they were supposed to ascend, but they descended by taking on somebody else's karma and journey to be able to stay and be with them, to help them out, to so-called love them, to be by their side, to enrich them, to help to promote growth, which ascension is most of the time personal growth. And a lot of people would choose to stay in relationships thinking that they're going to help their mate with growth. Growth has to be implemented, okay, like an inner thing. And because a person is wanting to help somebody from the outer, that's not going to help somebody ascend faster or better. Okay. Now, we do have things like spiritual coaching. We have coaching classes and things like that. But, that person and or you have to want growth in different areas. Like I said, mindfulness, spiritually, physically, when it comes to their health, their physical body, growth when it comes to love, relationships, right? Okay, so let's move on and put this back here. And this is just an energy check-in video because we got a lot of stuff coming up. Next week? We have the election. And do y'all remember in the last video, not the all zodiac signs, but the last one I just did a couple of days ago, right? And we had the legal matter card to come out. And then y'all seen that, what is it, a governor or somebody for the state of Virginia wanted to go to the court and have like 2,600 people be able to vote, even though they didn't fill out an application at the DMV correctly. They didn't want to include or to name their nationality, okay, on the application for, hey, Miss Linda, for a driver's license or a state ID. And remember, I kept talking about it was going to be something legal matters, right? And that the government or court, because we also had the Hierophant to come out. And I kept talking about it was going to be some legal matters. So just a couple of days ago, right? Virginia was going to the court or Supreme Court trying to get 2,600 people to be able to vote, but they don't have any proof or don't want to give proof that they are national citizens or United States citizens. Then somebody set fire it was kind of like a mailbox, but it was a box for absentee ballots to be put in. Somebody set that afire. So like I said, it is going to be a couple of more legal aspects and things that will be coming out. I just don't believe it was about the 2,600 people that the governor or somebody like that in the state of Virginia wanted those 2,600 people to be able to vote, even though they are not U.S. citizens. But how can you go get a driver's license and you didn't put your nationality on there? That don't make any sense. But you want to have the right to vote, but you didn't list your race. You didn't fill out the application right. It's just too much. But I feel that we ought to do a sit down video and let y'all be able to chime in and get some of your viewpoints. I may schedule that the next couple of days. I just have to find a way to. Hey, Miss Linda, you said yes. I heard about the ballot. Speaking of Libra, look at there, balance in reverse. I'm more concerned on what's gonna happen with the cyber security testing that's supposed to be going on the day of elections, because we did have a card to come out about telecommunications or communications and like computers and things like that, right? Because they always do elections on November the 5th. That's never have changed lately. So why would you schedule a cyber, which means internet, telephone, computer? What does telegraph mean? I mean, I know what it means, but why are they telling me telegraph? Data, coding, videography, scan the face type of ID. If you got an iPhone, you definitely know what that is. They also have scan the face identity when it comes to different other parts of the country. I know like China has it where you can be walking around. I think we have it too in the United States. I think they also have it at some airports. But what is this cybersecurity checkpoint? I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm hearing. Okay. So what is this? Release. Somebody still wanting to stay stuck on you, a situation. Somebody's not wanting to let go. And that card says authority. So somebody is going to be very upset. They don't want to let go of their authority or to give authority, even though they need to be seeking a higher truth. This can be any and everybody, okay? It could be a friend. It can be, yourself. knowing that some of you it's time to move on from a job, um, a community, a relationship, a marriage. This also can be an ex or maybe somebody that you were talking to or dating at some point of time. Don't have to be recent. Maybe they still have not let go. What is this? Daydreams and decisions in reverse. So again, with the Seven of Cups, this Seven of Cups keeps coming out. Last reading, it came out in the upright and in reverse. And now it's back in reverse again. Something needs balancing, but are we having enough self-awareness through our consciousness? But this is the ascension. Okay, so this is the ascension that is the message. Okay, we have to, I don't say we have to do anything. The message is advising you to understand that you have to ascend mentally and also with the heart in order to keep balance, not only in your physical world, in this reality, but as above, so below. So why you feel that you want to try and get everything right for the above part, okay? But you're not willing to compromise or be or do the right thing or to ascend down here in this reality. The Fool card, trust. This is also saying it's a 50-50 chance right now that we will be moving on and up into a new ascension. It's time for us to move up into a new level of consciousness. And it's time for us to do it quickly. The fire energy. But if this is if it's the top, okay, as above, so below. So I guess it's what they're telling me to acknowledge. The top three cards would be our ascension or as above, your spiritual message. Let's just say it that way. If this is us as the bottom row, as the human beings living in this reality, right? We're spiritual beings, the top three rows, living a human experience, these humans down here, okay? We must trust that it's time to have new sets of balances in our life. And in order to maybe have to do this or have this new sets of balance, it's time for us to release some things. People, places, and things. Okay. Also can be ideas, right? Some people like to hold on to ideology when that ideology is not working. Now, it can be your personal ideology, but it may not be for the whole level of consciousness for all of mankind. Okay? Yes? Some people are fighting tooth and nail to get their ideology out to the masses because they're stuck on their own set of beliefs. And the more you try and push that out and off on other people, it's going to keep us not ascending. Okay? Now, because even the daydreaming, lacking of making a decision, it's time to stop and to let that go. What is Temple of Mary? Emotional expression, playful innocence, and exploitation. I don't know if you can see that. All of the exploitation of our, I can't just even say females. It's a lot of exploitation on masculines too now. Even more. Right? It's even more on our young females and our young males. The exploitation. I guess this is also can be tied to that sex ring that was exposed. I believe it was in Florida. It also was a huge um theft ring by Venezuelans, or by allegedly some type of group of immigrants. I don't know. But in Florida, it was a huge theft ring that was going on by a group of gangs, or a gang of groups, something like that. But there mostly was immigrants. And it was during the terrible downfall right after the flood. Okay. So they were raiding people houses, taking things that they were finding uh, during the flood, after the flood. And I also seen another type of sex child exploitation ring that was exposed. I want to say also that was in Florida, or it could have been in another state, but I think that also was in Florida. Somebody is exploiting somebody. Can be you. I mean, that you're going through it. I hope that you're not doing somebody like that. If you're doing somebody like that spiritually, mentally, and or financially. But this also can be a divine feminine that's around you, a niece, a daughter, a sister, a aunt. Shoot, it can be also somebody grandmama. You know, we got grandmamas that's in their 40s. So, I just don't like how she is indisposed, and she's covering up her innocence. And the innocence word is there too. And it is emotional expression. Somebody can be also needing or wanting to stop. If you want to say exploiting themselves through maybe dancing, stripping, playfulness for hire type of acts. Okay. And this is also keeping them out of balance, or this is their friend or mate that can be encouraging them, or a boyfriend, girlfriend that is really exploiting this female here. And they're wanting or really needing to break free. But they're having a hard time of ascending or moving on or taking those ascension steps. They feel it in their consciousness that they need to let it go. But for whatever reason, they're still stuck in this type of exploitation. But they really want a playful innocence. They want somebody that is fun to be around, laughter, having a good time. But while they're wanting that or being around this person for that, they're also playing the fool. Okay, they're playing the fool because this person is only doing it to exploit them, to get what they want from them and out of them, and especially sexually. So this can be, like I said, a young female here. If this is not another sex ring that will be announced in the news that has been shut down, okay, coming up and out to the surface, it's some type of fire energy here that will not let somebody go. Not letting somebody out of a contract, still wanting to exploit them. You see, it says playful innocence, exploitation, emotional expression. This divine feminine here wants to emotionally express themselves, but they're doing it through sexual acts. And this fire sign here is getting all the energy. You see the word serpent, fire serpent. And this fire energy is not using discernment at all. They're using their authority. Now, this can be any and everybody. Okay, this can be somebody you know that don't go there. It seems like she wants to be up here and not here. Let me do that. Because she's ready or needs to be released. Okay. Now, even if you're not having any sex type of exploitation in your life right now, it could have been also from your past or your childhood trauma that you are still holding on to that happened to you, around you in your childhood, by a family member, by a stranger, by somebody like a teacher, a doctor, a priest. Um, because it does say temple of Mary. Because our shell of a body is our temple, right? And it is created in the form or likeness, also our consciousness of source. All right, did I cut this? No. Let me go ahead and clarify this so we can move on. Okay, why you didn't want to pick up? Seven of Pentacles in reverse, stagnation. Another sense of not letting go, another sense of not releasing. Somebody won't let somebody go or break up with them because they're not through exploiting them, using them for actual needs. Can be older, younger type of energy. They use their authority because of their looks, their gains, their finances, their power, because maybe they feel like, everybody know them. They feel like, they're important, or some type of celebrity, or, have some type of fame. But you know how I'm not putting all of this on a masculine energy. But a lot of times these masculines walk around in schools and neighborhoods and businesses and nightclubs and think that they're so important. Like, they're the man, right? They love to give authority. They love having authority. They like the flashiness. This is somebody also can have a flashy car, a fast car. This person is full of adrenaline, so they also can be on some type of substances with the flames here coming out. And Mars can be very much activated. What's activated right now in Gemini, you see that? Three of Cups. Dating, going out, having fun, playfulness. Anytime I keep talking about something, it's part of the reason. It's part of the reason and the reading. Okay? I'm not just in here talking about it for nothing. Three of Cups. Some type of engagement, a date. Somebody's going to get exploited on a date, going out unexpectedly. So be careful. You may trust this person and take a leap of faith without listening to your consciousness. Because, you may not be as much in balance as you think you are. Or it is, again, three divine feminines in that picture, right? I mean, if you want to go on a group date, if this is a first date, second, can also be a third date for somebody here. Go on a group date, okay? Go on a group date. Say that you'll meet that person there. Uber, Lyft, cab, taxi, subway, train, bus, get a family member to drop you off, a sister, a mom, somebody, and have them to come and get you at a certain time. Because whoever this fire energy is, they got exploitation on their mind. And if you're using that energy to call yourself, or somebody that may be doing this to party and do all this stuff, it's because You're not choosing to ascend. You're wanting to stay in this more lower vibrational energy. Um, and it's kind of like it's time for you to release it. This also can be a mindset, but it's definitely emotional. Cancer. So this may still be some issues up until the first week of December. Like I said, Mars going retrograde in Cancer, fourth house. I believe December the 6th. So, being more careful, working on yourself right now, continue to work on your ascension. Can be by that first week of December. It may be a better time for some of you to get out and about, to join up or link up with friends. Also, maybe to accept a date. Can be brunch, lunch, dinner, coffee, tea, smoothie, whatever the case may be. Um, don't have to be a lover, but also can be maybe a holiday time for you where you'll have that free time. Because it will be, the holiday season for a lot of you. Everybody work. Some people don't work. But it will be going into the holiday season, the first week of December. Moving forward, some of you may physically also be moving and or traveling. Can also be on vacation or going on vacation for a little holiday fun. Maybe to a cabin, a snow lodge, something like that. But we do have the Empress energy here. Look at that, Fool card again in the upright. That's why I said the Fool card earlier, because it's right here. See, 0, 0, Fool card, trust. Whether you are a masculine or whether you are a divine feminine, okay, two people also are scared to trust each other. Can also be to go on a first date, second date, third date, because you really don't know where it's going to lead you, where it's going to take you. You probably still don't trust this person, especially Six of Cups. Is there an ex coming back towards you? Because they was a fool the first time. I think some of you were a fool a little bit because you played into it. You gave this person a chance. Conversation also can be intimacy because of the exploitation here with the fire sign. You were eager to date them. You were eager to go out. You were eager to finally allow yourself to be the fool card, to like somebody and to try to fall in love. But I think this person was dating multiple people or did not want to settle down. So now they're going to try their cards with Mars going retrograde in Cancer, December, the first week of December, like I said. It will be the last week of November, starting November the 6th. It will be that transition and leaving Gemini. Okay. All right. Let me throw a little bit of let's just throw out something, because this was an energy check-in. It's a 50-50 chance if you will decide to talk to this person, accept a date to go out, to go to this birthday, wedding, to travel for your birthday, to have a party. Somebody also, it may be also like a funeral, a passing, or a homegoing. Some of you actually may be celebrating, or you may hear it or see it on the news, that this young divine feminine here is found. So it can be a missing child, or young girl. Hey, Miss Linda, you said, what do they want? Okay, great question. Okay, well, it's not sex. That just came out in reverse, which is good. Because I'm seeing this consciousness with the ascension, right? somebody knows that they were a fool because now they see and understand. Let me put it like this. I know some people are celibate, including like myself, right? Some people are not. This person was getting this, and this is why they did not want to settle for you. Okay, because they know that you were not doing this. You're fine talking to them, laughing, giggling, having a good time, great conversation. Maybe went out on a movie, a walk, or anything, right? Met up for dinner, lunch, whatever. Met them at a birthday party, a wedding, a baby shower. They were wanted to continue to do this and to be this. So they knew they couldn't settle for you, okay? Because they were getting all of the authority. But the problem is that now, later on down the road, they see now that it's time to seek a higher truth. And they're now understanding that they did not use discernment by not choosing you or continuing to date you. Okay. If you notice that the word flame is here and you see the flame here, ascension. So even if I do this, the person is going through a rebirth, a dark night of the soul. Okay. Where it's time for them to ascend. Will they? It depends on them. Everybody don't want to. Everybody is not. Will be a lot of people that still misses that consciousness boat, right? And not seek a higher truth, a higher frequency, and or a higher vibration. Okay? Because they would love to keep exploitation. Going after younger people don't have to be a younger person where that they get in trouble type of younger person, but it could be like maybe a 5-year difference. Let's say even a 10-year difference. Okay, a 8-year difference. Just because somebody's younger, it could still be decent, but not anybody I feel should be 19 and under type of stuff. Okay, I don't even want to say 19. Let's say 22 and up, 23 and up. That's my personal opinion, that people should be people that's older should be dating somebody at least 23 and up. For me, 23 and under, because that person ain't even too long ago just graduated from high school, right? So anything that you're coming toward this person for, my personal opinion, not Vesta, is exploitation. Let's keep going. Because we do have the Empress here. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you've done the Fool card before, you've done part of your ascension before, you've had this sense of eagerness before, you've been exploited before. This what all those accumulations is what makes you an Empress. Okay, that now you have and know the wisdom and know better. Not to allow or to accept exploitation, to make a fool out of you, to take advantage of you, for somebody to use you for your body or intimacy, to use you financially, to make a child or children with you, and then that other co-parent doesn't stay and help to raise the child. All your life lessons has turned you into this Empress energy, okay? And this is also why you stay sometimes maybe a lack of growth. And that may be your particular ascension part as an Empress, that yes, you can sit there and allow prosperity and abundance to come to you, but you still have to implement growth as an empress. Okay? You still have to continue to do the work. Your cleansing, your health, your natural beauty, or whatever beauty you want to do. Okay? Your self-awareness, your spiritual cleansing and healing, taking care of your mental health, your emotional health, like repressing your feelings and your emotions, keeping yourself just stuck in the house, not implementing growth for yourself, not interacting or integrating with other people. You can't just block off your whole self from the world just because you are an empress. You still have to have different levels of growth in all different types of areas. Okay. It's like you still have to keep implementing or letting wisdom come in. And wisdom is not just going to continue to come in just because you want to sit in the house. Okay. I just wish things were different. Yeah, somebody here wish things were different, but they don't want to they don't want to do the ascension part. Like I'm saying to whoever this empress is also, if you're never ever going to trust another person for let's just say love, relationship, marriage, dating, or intimacy, or a combination of all of that in one relationship, finding a new person, where is the ascension? Where is the growth? Because now you are coming into a step where that now you are kind of limiting yourself because of scarcity or scarcity mindset, and also scared, right? This can be why the Fool card is here twice. And the Chariot, right? The Merkaba. The Merkaba follows the Star card. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I believe the last time we had it in the upright. You may even still say, I wish things were different. I wish that you want to ascend up. I wish that you want a higher frequency and a higher vibration. But if you don't and you won't, I can't even deal with you as an empress. So even some of you may say, hey, yeah, I wish things were different. I wish you would have or want to change that about yourself, to listen to your consciousness, that everything is not about intimacy. What is this? You already know. So you already know who this is, what this is about. Let's get one more. It's in reverse. Will you choose me? I guess they already know that you won't choose them, or you won't choose them again. Because if you are the Empress energy, you gave this situation and or person a chance. You did. Because you are an Empress. And an Empress will do that. But the Empress, a true Empress, knows when to let go. An Empress does not sacrifice her whole self, her family, her community, her financial, her spiritual, her emotions. She does not sit there and allow all of that to go down the drain as an Empress energy. Because the balance coming from the ethers, Mother Gaia itself, this world, this earth, the ground, the grass, the air, the waters, the waterfalls, even the volcanoes, the ocean, the mammals, the animals. It won't allow the Empress to be sacrificial. But some of you are going through this here, and you're not understanding or knowing why. It's because you won't let go. Now, this can also be for some of you, this person that your person, or whoever you're thinking about. So, for instance, if you like masculines for relationships and your masculine is still dating or have other friends, you know, both of y'all are single, you never committed, so maybe they're still out dating other people. So it can be one of these other females that this is their awakening message. You understand? That it's time to let your person go, because they're coming into the ascension of knowing that they are, it's time for them to ascend into an empress, just like at some point in time you did too. You understand? And it is giving your person fire energy, which is aggression, um that survival skill. Well, darn, the person I let go, I can't go back to them. I can't date them. The people I was left with, I'm still messing around with them, but now they're slowly disappearing and releasing me. So darn, I ain't gonna have no authority over nobody. So this Mars energy is making that particular masculine upset, energized. Who do I choose? Who do I fight for? The Mars energy is a warrior, a fighter, a soldier, aggression, anger, bitterness, right? But they only should be bitter to their self because they want to sin. So that's a personal problem, you know? That's a personal problem, Pooh, because you will get left behind. And it's not a physical thing. It's a more of a less opportunities type of left behind type of thing. Because the Fool card is actually a very spiritual card. It's like, I'm gonna take this leap of faith, but I know Source got my back, because as I'm walking into my journey of the unknown, I don't know what's in front of me. I know what was behind me, and I've been through that already, and I've learned. But now it's time for growth. So I'm moving into my future, but I don't know what my future holds. But I know Source got my back. So I am going to kind of move forward. Moving into a new direction also can be traveling. You haven't quite made up your mind yet. Still feeling stuck, or can also be stuck for right now until this particular energy for you in your house changes. When Mars goes retrograde, it may be better for some of you at that time. And others, it may be better, when Saturn goes forward, direct, the first week of November instead of the first week of December. Okay? So it's going to be a little different for everybody. I want to leave y'all with something here. I don't know too tough what to get. And I will be back tomorrow. I will be back every day, the rest of these days up until the weekend. Okay? So see there? Mindfulness. Y'all see me shuffling out of all these cards, and I talked about mindfulness. Y'all know this is my Gemini Mercurial Mercury card. Mars and Mercury. Mars and Gemini, which is a Mercury house. Our thoughts, ideas, our minds. It's time to make a decision and to take action. Now, they can be on any and everything. If you're thinking about taking on a new job, moving to another job, switching jobs, physically moving on to another relationship, Maybe you're just moving on and breaking up, separating, divorcing, um, whatever decision that you may be needing to make yourself. Because when you direct your thoughts and your words toward the outcome, you meet desire, which is Mars energy, right? And it's going to ignite grace. That's why you had the Fool card, ready to ignite grace. But you have to think it and you have to say it, make the decision, third house Gemini, and do it. Okay? Quit all the talking and take the action. So also go back and listen to what I said for Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Libra, because all the cards that I had got. Okay. So now we got Virgo energy. K2 is in Virgo. So that is spirituality, understanding your calling, new beginning, and direction. Can't make this up. Again, RE is retrograde, right? Y'all know this is my retrograde card. Reflection. Like I said, somebody already has been going through a sense of reflection, but they may not know the name for it, which is their reflection of they got to stop daydreaming, lacking decision, Seven of Cups, right? Stop hiding, not doing anything. The direction card, y'all seen the Chariot come out to go have a new beginning. Because if somebody doesn't want to speak that they want to change and to say that and then finally make a decision and actually do it, whether it's you or somebody else, then you will stay stuck and stagnant. And I would very much dislike that for you or anybody else, because when the perfect time for ascension happens due to movements or alignments, right, of the energy of the planets, because that's what I do, which is Vedic sidereal, you get behind. Okay? You get behind where that you have to start trying to make up for time. But time don't exist. But who has time? Time is the most precious commodity there is. And if you keep playing around with it by a lack of decision, you always will stay in this sanctuary of a cave, okay? All right. That's it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. A lot of things that I said, somebody also is going to be found in some type of hidden tunnel and also underground type of sanctuary. Somebody is stuck. I don't know if somebody is coming up missing. I hate to say it like that. I don't know if somebody is missing or have been missing, but they're in some type of, I don't want to say like New Mexico, Arizona type of energy, Sacramento, California. What type of places is there? Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada. Somebody may also decide to go to some type of spiritual retreat or to go to one of those states or areas to go hiking, and they're going to lose their direction and get stuck and missing. So I don't know if there's going to be a child and or adult or a couple or another similar case to Abby Petito is what I'm also picking up here. I hope that is not the case, but it also is some child or children or a group of children of different ages here that are in some type of cave and or hey stagnant Las Vegas. Thank you, Miss Linda. It's a group of set of children here that has been exploited. They're being hid in a cave here. One of them or somebody is going to have some type of great thought. Yeah. Stagnant around out there in your area. Somebody also is having a lot of reflection of what they did to this child or group of children here. And they know they're about to pay for it because of this ascension and the fire card that is here. Because they're going to be stuck for a minute. So what's going to be happening to a specific person or a group of people that I want to say that their mind is going to start having reflections and remembering of like the flames, the torture, the exploitation, the taking of innocence, the way that they did a certain child or children. They're going to be, I keep feeling like haunted or demon time. I don't know how quite to explain it, but their mind is going to start playing a lot. I don't want to say even a lot of tricks. It's kind of like, your mind can be your very worstest enemy, and it can be your very best friend, or it can be your worst nightmare. And whoever this is, it's going to be their worst nightmare. So they're about to have a lot of thoughts and reflections of the exploitation that they did to a certain child or a group of children here. And it also can be a group of people. It could be two people that was doing this. It could be one person. But whoever that is shut down and or stuck, they're trying to think of new ideas or any type of way that they can go in a new direction. If they're set free, what direction can they go in to have a new beginning? But that won't be no time soon. But with the Fool card here twice, it's a 50-50 chance that this person may be let out or go. But I do see a group of children here. Somebody of one of those group of children is going to remember on how to get out, find a direction, and set them or their self free and go get help. Okay? Whew. Channeling is very tiring. That's why sometimes I get drained, because y'all know I'm using a part of my brain and my heart that we don't necessarily use all the time and or every day, which is the channeling part. We used to, thousands of years ago, because that's how we actually communicated, was telepathically. It's only that when we became cursed by using language. By using language, especially the English language, allegedly, which is mixed matched words that when we speak them, we're actually are casting words and spells. So, but that's enough for me for tonight. You're on. Yeah, I am. Because I got through finally cooking Stagner. I made, this is my week that I can eat meat. So I made a roast that'll last me for the next 3 days. And I put it on my community tab on how great it turned out as usual. Chef kisses. Because I'm that girl. And because I'm a girl. And yeah. Lastly, some of y'all, you're gonna have to stop hiding. It's time to go in a new direction. Okay. You may have a new friend, platonic friend, that will come in your direction. And it can just be just that, a friend. Keep that friend to talk to. Don't try to, you probably won't as the Empress, because you're going to allow that energy to come to you, right? But don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. Now that Saturn is about to go direct, It's the Mars energy, or the lack for some of you of the Mars energy, where that you would either be more subsided, but it also can be the opposite for your person, because some of you are two different zodiac signs, right? So, and you're going to have two different seventh house, which is love and partnerships. So even though you may feel like the person is not being energetic enough, but you are, or maybe they're more energetic and you're not, it's because of the Mars energy right now. So just kind of go with the flow. I'm telling you why it is. Don't put it on the person like, oh, they not really into me. This, did this. It's not that. Okay. It's not that. So quit trying to duck off, hide off. You worrying yourself on what direction it's going to go in. Even if, you know, I'm not saying you have to say yes to a relationship or yes to the dress. You're about to have a new beginning anyway. But Source is putting the trust card, the food card, right? Source is putting somebody new or very friendly, the Six of Cups, on your path to help you to start out on this new ascension. Okay? I see y'all tomorrow.